Welcome to another video. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with the article 10 Safest Countries to Live in If Nuclear World War III Happens. So all praise to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And again, this video is based off of an article, and it will be entitled 10 Safest Countries to Live in If Nuclear World War III Happens. And I did a video about 4 days ago based off of an article just like this one. It was entitled Best Places to Live in USA If Nuclear War Breaks Out. And I basically found these articles the same way. If you haven't seen this video, you should check it out though. They gave me a chance to go into the prophecies of the nuclear destruction. All right. Now, I found this article the same way. I basically just go, open up my browser, and then you'll see these suggested articles. And I actually clicked on it, got the link, and then emailed it to myself. And then here we are. So this is interesting. Another reason to go into the scripts, and bring out, some prophetic scriptures dealing with the World War III, Armageddon, which is it's called Armageddon in the scriptures, and we say World War III. It is a certainty to happen. Only thing about it is America's going to be destroyed. Okay. These people are under the impression that nuclear war will break out. But then afterwards, things will go back to how they used to be. And that's just not true, because nuclear World War III will be the end of this time. It's called a day of doom in the scriptures. Anyway, and you know what? Let's actually go and prove that there's a day of doom spoken of in the Bible. And that day of doom is what? That's when Babylon the Great is destroyed via nuclear destruction. As soon as we can get it to come up. So just bear with us here. Before we even get into the article, let's just go and prove that. Because that's what's going to bring the nuclear destruction or what's going to bring the day of doom, which is nuclear destruction, is World War III or Armageddon. So it's not simply just going to be a war and then everybody gonna be still intact. No, this is the end of the world. So this is 2nd Esdras chapter 7, 2nd Esdras 7 and 42. He answered me and said, This present life is not the end, where much glory doth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. Right, the day of doom is the nuclear destruction of Babylon the Great, which is America. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for to come, wherein corruption is past. You see, so it's right here in the scriptures that it's going to be a day. All right, a day of doom. Now I want to read one more here. Hot burning. And this one should be in the book of 2nd Esdras. If I can get it here. 2nd Esdras 2:48. Let's actually open this up. 2nd Esdras 2 and 40. Let's see what it is. 2 and 47. Yeah. And he said unto me, Stand upon the right side, and I shall expound the similitude unto you. So I stood and saw, and behold, an hot burning oven passed by before me. And it happened that when the flame was gone by, I looked, and behold, the smoke remained still. What is this hot burning oven? That's the day of doom. That's the hot burning oven. And we find other scriptures like it. If we go to Malachi. Let's go to real quick. Malachi 1. Is it 1? No. Malachi 4 and 1. This is it. It says, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So there's going to come a day that's going to burn like an oven. And that is the same as the day of doom. All right, which will be the end of World War III, nuclear World War III. So anyway, from this Microsoft, I guess either Microsoft or United Liberty, by an individual named Connor Jameson, 10 safest countries to live in if nuclear World War III happens. Now let's read a little bit of it. It says right here, many people will be concerned about safety and security in the event of World War III. While no country can guarantee complete safety in such a scenario, some countries are considered to be safer than others. This article will explore the top 10 safest countries to live in if World War III happens. The countries on this list have been chosen based on factors such as political stability, military strength, and geographic location. These countries are not guaranteed to be completely safe in the event of a global conflict, but they are considered some of the safest options available. It is important to research and consider all factors before deciding where to live during a hypothetical World War III. And like I said in the other video, this is on the people's minds. They're thinking about it. They've been hearing us prophesy about it. Now the thing with Esau is he's going to use his exquisite subtlety to pretend as if he doesn't know there are dozens and hundreds and thousands of young so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans saying that America is going to be destroyed through World War III, okay, via the Russians and and the nuclear missiles. They're going to pretend like they don't know we're saying that. But suddenly you see an interest about World War III, nuclear war, bunkers, UFOs, all this different stuff. The time is close, brothers and sisters out there. This is why these things are being brought up. But anyway, let's go through some of these cities and we actually look at these 10 countries they say that are safest, 10 safest countries to live in if nuclear World War III happens. Let's see if they're valid. So the first one is Bhutan, a small landlocked country located in South Asia. Okay. Is known for its unique approach to measuring national progress through gross national happiness, which I never even heard of this place. All right, but it says Bhutan is also considered one of the safest countries to live in if World War III were to happen. The country has a low crime rate and peaceful society with no military alliances or foreign military based on its soil. So, when these people think about these places, they thinking about as far as military and wars and whatnot. And you can see by the architecture, these are one of the Asian countries, South Asia. So more than likely they're going to be like, like a Indonesia, Chinese, Japanese, Filipino type situation. Now they say Antarctica. Antarctica, the southernmost continent on Earth, is the 5th largest continent and the coldest, driest, and windiest continent. It has no permanent residents, but it is home to many research stations and scientists who study its unique environment. And when you go and you look at it on the map, this is the map of the world. This is Antarctica right here. Big ass continent, mainly ice and frozen and shit. But as we're going to bring out, there's no way of knowing that this place is completely safe. No place on the earth is really safe. And we're going to go into it. Just bear with us as we go through some of these countries. So another one is Iceland, right? It says Iceland is a Nordic island country located in the North Atlantic Ocean, which is where? Iceland is right here. You can see it right here. This is Iceland, right? Now, when we talked about Bhutan, I don't see it on here, but it's got to be over here in this region. Bhutan is over here in this region. Over here in the south, in the near the Philippine Sea. Over here, you see Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand. I don't see Bhutan. It's got to be one of those countries, though. It may be even over here in the sea. But for lack of time, we're not going to try to look at every single one. But here it says about Iceland. It is known for its stunning natural beauty, with glaciers, hot springs, and volcanoes dotting the landscape. Iceland has a low crime rate and its citizens enjoy a high standard of living, making it one of the safest countries to live in. In terms of military strength, Iceland has a small defense force, but it is a member of NATO. and benefits from the protection of its allies. So just the fact that it's a NATO ally, it could be hit. It says the country also has a strong economy with a focus on fishing, tourism, and renewable energy, because all NATO nations will send troops into World War III. Bottom line. So, hey, Russia, you never know what they might do. Now, this one is Fiji. It says Fiji is a small island nation located in the South Pacific Ocean. It is known for its beautiful beaches, clear waters, and rich culture. Fiji is also considered one of the safest countries to live in if World War III were to happen. Then they go into, they got, democracy over there and blah, 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 and all this stuff. They show you Fiji. Fiji would be over here in the South Pacific. You see this little island right here? That's Fiji. And then you also have over here Samoa, Tonga, New Caledonia, which was colonized by France, the Solomon Islands, all these different islands, Oceania, New Zealand, Australia, all of that. You got these different places that they're saying are safe, but we're going to show you why that's not true. And you can see right there, Fiji, a little tiny island over there in the South Pacific. Now, this one says Greenland. Greenland is the world's largest island, located between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans. Despite its remote location, it is considered one of the safest countries to live in if World War III were to happen, due to its low population density and lack of military presence. And like we talked about, Greenland, or that we didn't mention, Greenland and what's the other one called? Iceland. These are Edomite places. See, Greenland is way up here in the north. You see this big land, Greenland, Iceland, very cold. And you're going to have a bunch of Edomites. But we know that you got Israelites scattered among all these furthest reaches in the world, all these different islands. You got Israelites everywhere, okay? But for the most part, you got a bunch of Edomites living up there in Greenland. And they think that that's place. So just imagine if the nukes flew from over here in Russia, they're going to come around this way more than likely. And they're going to hit America over here, decimate this whole place. And Canada could also get affected, and any bodies of water could all get affected. You just never know. You never know what the Lord is going to do. These people are very proud. Now, this one says New Zealand. New Zealand is a country located in the southern Pacific Ocean. It is composed of two main islands, the North Island and the South Island, as well as numerous smaller islands. New Zealand is known for its beautiful landscapes, diverse wildlife, and friendly people. In terms of safety, New Zealand is considered one of the safest countries in the world. It has a low crime rate and is not involved in any major conflicts. The country also has a stable political system and a strong economy, which you got a bunch of Edomites there too, but you also got, Japhet, and you even got Jacob Mungham as well. We know that for a fact. Because we even got, now when you look at New Zealand, it's right over here. You see Australia, and New Zealand is like a little brother to Australia. And you got the South Island and the North Island, whichever one is which. All right. You also got other islands and stuff over here too. So this is a big continent, but it's like an island. It's like an island nation. New Zealand is an island nation. So remember that when we start talking about the nuclear destruction, these different island nations. Let's go to another one. Ireland. Ireland is a country located in Western Europe and is known for its rich history, vibrant culture, and stunning landscapes. It is also considered to be one of the safest countries to live in if World War III were to occur. And you can find Ireland right over here in Europe. This is France, Germany, Italy. Where's Ireland? Ireland would be, it's over here. Ireland and Great Britain together, and Wales is the United Kingdom, the UK. And Ireland is right here. So if America get hit with nuclear destruction and the sea get fucked up, Ireland could easily be in jeopardy. Let's keep going. Switzerland. Switzerland is a landlocked country located in the heart of Europe. It is known for its stunning natural beauty, including the Swiss Alps, lakes, and picturesque villages. Switzerland is also known for its political neutrality and stable economy. And I have to say, when it comes to terms of economy, they got a bunch of money over there. You always hear about them offshore accounts and them Swiss banks. They do a lot of money laundering and different shit over there. And the Swiss franc is one of the highest currencies. But they also got a bunch of people over there that's got the mark of the beast too. All right, so just to give you an idea of where it is, Switzerland, it would be Slovakia. It's right over here. See that it says Switzerland? It shares a border with France. Right over here, Germany, Switzerland, France, Italy, Austria, right in that little area. Switzerland is a tiny country that's always neutral when it comes to wars, because that's where all the nations like to send their money and shit, do their money laundering and all of that. But hey, it's no guarantee. Now this is Indonesia. Indonesia is the world's largest island country, consisting of over 17,000 islands. When you think about that, you got to think about the variety of the Lord. I mean, this is a green, lush, paradise type place, which they got a bunch of heathens over there eating abominations and doing whatever, worshiping idols. So the anger of the Lord could easily play out on this place. Indonesia is the world's largest island country, consisting of over 17,000 islands. It is located in Southeast Asia and Oceania, and is known for its beautiful beaches, lush rainforests, and diverse cultures. While Indonesia has experienced political and social instability in the past, it has made significant progress in recent years to improve safety and security for its citizens. And just think back when that tsunami hit over there. It was like 100,000 or some obscene amount of people died over there from a damn tsunami. Due to its geographical location, Indonesia is considered a relatively safe country during a potential World War III scenario. And these people they're basing all of these things on the fact that they're talking about just being directly impacted by the nuclear war. They ain't thinking about the nuclear destruction though. And that's pretty much it on these. This, next one is it goes into something else. So let's get a few scriptures now, because you can see this world is ripe for the taking. They'll be talking about what's the best places in the world to live. I'm gonna say it again. The best place to live is not on this planet. Because the nuclear destruction is gonna fuck up the whole planet, man. And we're gonna prove that in the scripture. So let's just go ahead and start bringing some of these out. This is Revelation 16 and 17. It says, the seventh bowl of wrath. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, it is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. What? A great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. So what do you know? When earthquakes happen, what normally follows? Tsunamis. And with an earthquake this magnitude, it's going to spawn all types of tsunamis. But what's going to make the earthquake? What's going to make it is the nuclear destruction of America, Babylon the Great. Let's read a little more. It says, and the great city was divided into three parts. The great city is America, Babylon the Great, and the cities of the nations fell. So not only America going to be in bad shape, sure, America going to be completely destroyed, but other various cities, and we don't know exactly which ones, are going to get hit. They're going to also feel the impact from the nuclear destruction of Babylon. With a great earthquake so great, it's surely going to be felt over the whole planet, right? And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. What else? And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. Wait a minute, what? We already read about certain island nations, right? Indonesia, let's go to this one. When you look over here, Indonesia, Malaysia, Jakarta, right? New Guinea, Samoa, Tonga, all these different places. New Zealand, Australia, every place, Sri Lanka, Madagascar over here off the African coast up here, Japan, Korea, South and North, all these different islands, Taiwan, they're going to feel the impact of the nuclear destruction. The scripture says the islands were not found, right? The islands were moved out of their places. Let me read that again. It says right here, and every island fled away. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. So let me ask you this. You think that you're safe when the scriptures say every island was not found? Even over here, you know this place is going to be affected when America get hit with nuclear destruction. Cuba, Haiti, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, Bahamas, all that shit is going underwater, man. Over here in Hawaii, Hawaii, all these different islands and different places is gonna be affected. Yeah, even up here in the north, Iceland, you see, all this part of Canada. Because really, the nuclear missiles, when they fly over here from Russia, probably going around this way, up here, they're gonna go around and come back over here. When they hit Alaska and when they hit America, that nuclear fire and that radiation gonna fuck up. It's gonna poison all of this. Canada gonna get all fucked up. Now it may not get hit directly by nuclear impact, but it's gonna be all fucked up. Tidal waves, tsunamis, and see the North Pacific is here, but it's also here. The South Pacific is down here, but it's also here. So all these islands, all these different places gonna be affected. Now we always say that we believe that the wilderness, right, that where the Lord's gonna plead with the rebels, the natural choice would be here. But we don't know that for sure. It could wind up being over here someplace. We don't know where the wilderness is gonna be. We just don't know, right? Because we know that the nuclear destruction is gonna be heavy on the whole damn world. It's gonna hit America, and once America get wind that the Russians send nukes, they're gonna send theirs back. So this is probably gonna be affected some places over there, China, Russia, all those different countries. We just can't say for sure because the scriptures don't tell us exactly. It tells us that America gonna be destroyed, Babylon the Great. And we know that over here, even over here, you think you're safe over here in this continent of Africa, land of Ham? No, because Israel gonna get hit. Russia gonna hit Israel with these nuclear missiles, more than likely. Russia and the nations. So when this place get hit with nukes, it's gonna fuck up Saudi Arabia. It's gonna poison, and Europe gonna feel it. All the whole world gonna feel this nuclear destruction. Okay, so it ain't gonna be no easy shit. And even when you go over here in these islands, you got Greece and Cyprus and all these other little different places. They're gonna all get it. Up here, Finland, Norway, Sweden, the United Kingdom, Iceland, all them places gonna feel this nuclear destruction, man. The whole earth is gonna be in an uproar. It's gonna be fucking ruined. So Yahweh Shai gonna come and he's gonna fix everything though. Now it says Revelation 16:20, and every island fled away and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And these hailstones falling out of the heavens is nuclear warheads. And men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. And you heard it say the cities of the nations fell, right? And there was an earthquake so great, not since there were men upon the earth. Let's read Revelation 6 now. Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake. There it is again. A great earthquake, right? And the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And these things that John the Revelator said, the stars falling out of heaven looking like figs from a fig tree when it's getting shaken by wind, those are the nuclear warheads. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together. What is that? That's the nuclear mushroom cloud, right? The plume comes down. Let's see if you see it. You see it here? Comes down, and this plume of the warheads come down. This plume of fire, wind, radiation, heat goes up and it curls under itself, and then the nuclear blast goes outward all across everywhere. Like I said, you read it in the scriptures that it's gonna be a great earthquake, so great, so all the fault lines and shit all over the whole world gonna be breaking open. Tidal waves, tsunamis, torrential rains, acid rain, nuclear winter. You see, all kind of shit going on all over the whole planet. Ain't no safe place to be other than with the Lord. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. You see that? So if you live on an island, if you live near mountains, them shit's gonna fall. The island's gonna disappear. They going under the sea. So all them places they talking about is safe. New Zealand gonna be fucked up. You see? Indonesia gonna be fucked up. Bhutan gonna be fucked up. Antarctica, we don't know. Tidal waves could be in the sea. What's it gonna do? And think about this. When the from the nuclear fire of Babylon the Great, that could heat up everything. This shit could melt. All this shit could melt and bring forth flood, and you just don't know. All the different places got a bunch of water surrounding it. All that shit gonna be different. You just don't know what it's gonna be like. Let's read a little more. It says, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? People gonna try to run into your bunkers, your churches, your mountaintop retreats, your underwater retreats. It's not going to matter. The Lord is going to cause. There's nowhere safe to run to. There's nowhere, safe place to run to from this nuclear destruction. And it's going to happen, like I said, via World War III. This right here says Armageddon, right? Here, Revelation 16 and 16, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon or Harmageddon. And then we read all these verses right here. So this is going to happen via World War III, which is called Armageddon in the scriptures. And the whole world is going to be affected. So this right here, it says judgment on earth. Isaiah 24, it says, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. You see? Let's read. Yeah, we'll read a little more. It says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Verse 4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Hardness is pride. The proud people of the earth do languish. Right there in mourning. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Who did this? Who's these inhabitants? Well, I'll give you a clue. Who got the power to change the ordinances? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So it's talking about their kingdom. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You see that? The inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Let's see how much time. All right, so let's read that again. Isaiah 24, verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Now we know that the main place is going to taste that nuclear judgment. The destruction is America, Babylon the Great. Let me say it, that we know that this is the main place that's going to be destroyed. Right over here, Babylon the Great, right? But other places are going to get hit with nuclear missiles, we believe, okay? Because we know that once Russia, this is up here, launches its nuclear warheads, and they come, before they even get here, America is also going to launch theirs off. You're going to have what's known as MAD, mutually assured destruction. Now, the land mass of Russia is way bigger than America, and we don't know if the Heavenly Father is going to stop the missiles so that it don't destroy the whole land of Russia, but certain cities could potentially get hit, right? I mean, we know Russia might also launch off missiles to hit parts of Europe. They may hit London. They could hit France, Paris. You know, who knows what they may do. Who knows what the Most High is going to allow to happen. But we know also that Israel is going to get hit, pursuant to the scriptures as well. And once this place, you don't know if the missile is going to, deter off course. The Most High make them go and hit another place. But this little strip of land going to get purified, completely nuked, but it's going to be rebuilt, pursuant to what's written in the word. But once this place, this little strip of land get hit with nukes, it's going to fuck up Syria, Jordan, Iraq, poison. All this whole region going to get poisoned. And when the islands are moved out of their places at the fall of Babylon, it's going to affect the whole planet. It doesn't make a difference where you live at. You may be safe in Antarctica, but we don't know that. You probably ain't gonna be safe in Greenland. Canada gonna get fucked up. We know that gonna be fucked up. All these different places, they're gonna feel some type of impact. And don't forget, the world system, the world economy, right? The way people do business, the internet, the electricity, and all the water, everything will be fucked up on this planet. Everything. So don't get proud and think you're gonna get out of this. No, the Most High is gonna cause Yahushua when he comes back with his elect, come down out of the chariots. We're gonna take over the whole planet. Cause what? We're gonna have spiritual power. We're gonna be able to restore everything and fix the whole planet back. You see, we're gonna literally do that. The Lord is gonna do it, and then his men with him. We're gonna fix the whole planet, but not before the Lord allows it to be in complete chaos and ruin at World War III. See, these people that talk about they talking these articles, they talking about based upon if the people fighting, what's the safe place you can live in. They assuming that nobody really shoots off any nuclear weapons. That's stupid. Nuclear war is gonna fuck up the whole planet. America gonna get hit, and it's gonna make a gigantic, a great big earthquake, tidal waves like we've been talking about. I ain't gonna beat it to death, but just use your imagination and what's written in the scripture. So this is Isaiah 24:17. It says, "Fear in the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fear shall fall into the pit. And he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken to snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake." So when the windows from on high are open, what's going to come through them? And the foundations of the earth, what's going to make them shake? Nuclear warheads. You see? The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And we know that the scriptures say the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. So if the earth is rocking to and fro like a drunkard, shaking, if a gigantic earthquake hit Babylon the Great at the destruction of the nuclear warheads, what do you think the rest of the world gonna be feeling like? If the Most High shake this thing and the seas start getting all tumultuous and tidal waves start breaking out everywhere, you realize what kind of impact the whole world is gonna be under? What type of destruction gonna be breaking out? And then don't even think about the people not knowing what's going on. Mutinies breaking out, anarchy, killing, murder, death, panicking, screaming, running, crying, price gouging, panic buying, rioting. It's gonna be all kind of shit going on, man. That's why we trying to tell you, you don't know what you part of. This thing that the Lord is gonna do is way above anything that anybody ever even thought about, and I'm not even doing it justice. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Listen, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. Talking about Babylon the Great, because the earth is going to be remade in righteousness. We know that. The NLT says, the earth staggers like a drunk. It trembles like a tent in a storm. It falls and will not rise again, for the guilt of its rebellion is very heavy. Woo-hoo. ESV, let's read the NIV. The earth reels like a drunkard. It sways like a hut in the wind. So heavy upon it is the guilt of its rebellion that it falls, never to rise again. Meaning what? This earth system. Because it's going to be a new kingdom on the earth that's going to emerge from this bullshit now. And that kingdom is going to dwell in righteousness, and the earth is going to be completely remade. It's going to be wonderful. Verse 21 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon it." There you go. You see? So the Lord is going to do that. Verse 22, "And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited." And what is that? That's the nations going into slavery, mainly the Edomites. The prison is slavery. It's not a literal one place, because Bishop Nate said they're gonna put the Edomites in this one prison. They're gonna be confined to the Caucasus Mountains. No, you dummy. The prison is slavery. They're gonna be locked in chains. Every nation, because look, after this nuclear world war, fucks up the whole planet. The whole world system and economy is gonna be in ruins. They're gonna need help. So when the Lord and the Israelites come back down, we're gonna take over the whole world. The world army is gonna be in ruins. All of that, everything gonna be completely fucked up. But the hope is gonna be with who? With the Israelites. We're gonna take over the whole earth. We're gonna restore right order to the planet. We're gonna show people the right way to live. And after 1,000 years, and after they come out of their captivity, they'll be able to enjoy the earth, and the wicked is gonna be safely put away in captivity. And after 1,000 years, his ass gonna be destroyed. So that's it. Lot to look forward to in the coming days, years, months. When the Lord comes, hey man, all bets are off. But we gonna be raised up into a supreme high state, and that's something to look forward to. 10 safest countries to live in if nuclear World War III happens. Nope, no place is safe. The mountains are not going to be laid down. The islands will not be found. All of that. There's no place safe to be except with the Lord. We'll see you again soon with another lesson, Lord willing. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.